Nagaland Net Qualified Forum aro Combined Technical Association of Nagaland bra Department of Higher Education de Backdoor Appointment Gilaf Court case start kra 129 Newton boss pana aro alak issues upar kota krishe. Witeko no yoka rachanai shigi court bra November 12 the Newton order pass krishe good day single bench judgment order bra petitioners kan backdoor appointment challenge kuribole karne court age ahibole hak nai. Kiligule appointment gura homoy petitioners kan eligibility takanai. Witeko no bragushigi ito order brajaishagule Nnqf bra CESC aspirants ekla nohoy kina educated youths kan future di backdoor appointments challenge kuribole naparibo. Nnqf bra Nnqf aro Ctan bra 129 Newton boss pana aro 34 boss NPSC di requisition karne pata overbe kota krishe. Ctan convener mission lokat bra chandagan ki Nnqf lagal larai de support kuribole pinti krishe. Detail site sabo.
Very good afternoon to everyone. Through the esteemed media platforms, we the Nagaland Net Qualified Forum Nnqf and the Combined Technical Association of Nagaland Ctan, we called for this press conference to share some information with the public. Now, the first point that we would like to share is with regard to our court case, a court case that was filed by members of the Net Qualified Forum against some backdoor appointments. The case began in 2019. Now, regarding that court case, a recent court order was passed on November 12th. Now, this single bench judgment order came out in the media through various media platforms, and there were a lot of discussion, even in the public. Now, with that conversation, there were also some misunderstandings. At the same time, there were a lot of inquiries. There were a lot of clarifications that people came asking to us. And given the fact that our court case and our cause is funded by the public, we felt that we needed to give an explanation to the public. We needed to make a public explanation. And in the midst of this conversation, one of the main points of discussion was regarding the locus standi of the petitioners. The order, the single bench judgment order stated that the petitioners did not possess the eligibility, did not have the locus standi, meaning the petitioners did not have the right to appear before the court to challenge these backdoor appointments, meaning they did not have the eligibility because when these appointments were made, these petitioners did not have the eligibility. They were not net qualified. So, for example, if someone was appointed without advertisement in 2011, even if someone was net qualified in 2012, this candidate who was net qualified in 2012 does not possess the right to challenge the backdoor appointment that took place in 2011. Now, if we go by this order, we are afraid that not just the Nnqf members or the CESC aspirants, but all the educated unemployed youth or all the educated youths in the future will not be able to challenge any backdoor appointments. Will lose the locus standi, will lose the right to stand before the court to challenge any backdoor appointment. It puts the future of the youth at stake. And therefore, we took these grievances to the Honorable Court again. We asked the court, a two-bench judge, to review this order. Because we also have faith in judiciary, and therefore, as we give out this information and make this clarification, we wanted to let the public also know that we have re-appealed to the court for this judgment.
Acha, itia tai kwala de recently ekta court la order lena se tumoi simple word to explain gole mon thaka do. What I could understand is it to order la sabti do. Example like ekju manu ke backdoor 2016 de appoint kurina se. To ekju manu tai 2018 de graduate hishe. Now, let's say a particular branch, say, I will give example of some department like horticulture, nishina, electronics, nishina. Itu kan la post kan komti thagero. To komti opode say example like 2016 de kumba backdoor ra gushishi without advertisement, without exam. To electronics branch manu kumba, engineering kumba, nali horticulture manu kumba. Tan 2016 pichi de pass out huina ahishe. Tam bi exam di ulu munjai. Post committee se to illegal backdoor appointment thakaru janina tan court case kru kulibi itu order hisab te du tahangi allowed na kuru mane they are not fit to file a case against those people itu hisapti asidi itu order do short way de moi bujawle mun takado to iniga hoise gule alag department dibi kuma backdoor appointment thakili bi government do itu order la reference lina alag khan bi sob kiko mala rights to pura komti kuri dio moi in short moi ko nishna utu order hisapti do aspirants kan la right to undermine grain nishna itu karne tai wa already kudishe honorable court ke aro re appeal kuri na ase itu la order do kyo kru li karne review kru li karne so agidi kuitiga nishna Nnqf kan do 2018 bra 19 bra ina court case kuri kuna ha do tan do iku resource thage labi noy tan nijo ba iku kuru parela government employees ina bi noy to public bai ta ye support kuri guna itu case tu jase itu ne public yu mai ta appeal gole mun thakalo tangi ajitok kina support guna se ina continue guna support guna itu case tu jitiuli dibi let this be a victory for the mane educated naga youths guna moi kon like minded kan tangi support ko se please continue to support them kiki in whatever way you can support ajitok support ko nishna itu ekta appeal kuri ase aro agire ko nishna itu court order la hisab ti do example moi je example bi kudi je huli suppose yede members hambi kumba asesi tando this year net qualified kure manu be aso to suppose tala nijo branch ti huli bi last year backdoor de kumba gusishe na huli bi tai this year hi pass out je net this year clear se to itu order hisab ti do tai qualified no hoy itu court case kurule itula ase guna itu first la mu itu simple itu public ki bujai dule.
And the second point that we would like to make the public aware is regarding the 129 newly created posts and the 147 attempted regularization that was revoked. Now, these two documents, what we found was that the 129 newly created posts and the 147 attempted regularization that was revoked had the same PNAR number and financial clearance. So, itu sagine mohan bi shock hoy jai. How can these two have the same PNAR number and financial clearance? It looked mischievous to us. So, we also filed an RTI to the Higher Education, Higher and Technical Cell at Secretariat, and we asked if the 147, the 129 post was created to accommodate the 147. Was there an attempt to do that? Now, the reply obviously stated that no, they did not, it was not created to accommodate the 147. However, they possess the same PNR number and the finance clearance because the revocation took place. But if you look at the chronology, the PNR clearance took place in 2022 and the financial clearance took place in 2023. And then the 147 attempted regularization took place in 124, further revoked. So here, if there was any chance of the 147 trying to be attempted to have accommodated in the 129, then we'll also have to look at the number of seats that has been created in the 129. If you look at poll science, among the 129, there's only 2 vacant seats for poll science in this newly created post, whereas in the 147, there was 13 posts. Then in sociology, now there is 8 posts which have been created for sociology, whereas in the 147, there were 15 posts. So if you look at the chronology, it confused us, and at the same time the aspirants have also been disappointed, but we just wanted to put this information forward to keep the authorities accountable and to also let them know that the public cannot be fooled, and we're also aware, and also to remind the society, the aspirants, to stay vigilant. Now, following this 129 we go to the third point where we want to talk about the 129 post that has been much awaited and celebrated and talked about by authorities. The aspirants are still waiting in anticipation for the advertisement, which has not yet been out.
Acha, public already janes wala hulwi after this 147 was revoked. First day 34 posts to NPSC de pathaise. Aro iti pichi de 129 post creation bi kuise. So it is a total of 163. 163 posts should reach NPSC. Mane public kami confused thago so clear good mun right after the protest, after some days, revoke of 34 posts to pathai requisition with NPSC day. Another 129 was created. So it's a total of 163, and we make sure that 163 reaches NPSC. Aro ekta kolungu tagado Nagaland Public Service Commission gibi see I do personal la kuthai na bi noi huli when we go to the office ahambi tala duty to kure huli tahambi kite to irritate ho jai. So before such things happen so hotai government ge department ge na condemn kure hi biaje huli ajibi mo komun tagado NPSC la academic calendar ase no. Say January itu la advertisement ho, February itu la exam thego, written pichi itu interview thego, time ekta calendar so NPSC la. So I want to remind the NPSC to please follow the NPSC academic calendar. And they also know that we had a discussion about this, and they said they will follow this starting 2024 or 23 if I'm not mistaken. But still, common educational service examination la advertisement no ola nai this year la do. So Olaule Lagedo, they cannot take excuse of not having a chairman. Whose responsibility is that? Chairman na guna exam la result hambi delayed was chairman na guna ita advertisement hambi na kure tu thik na wala smoothly function kuli gana do academic calendar banai ase, so academic calendar should be followed. Moi tu kuli mon ase de. Department gibi higher education gibi kui na tambe alchi lagi thego pare huli kwa paretok to at the earliest itu 163 post to kiko NPSC de pathai di gina apne hangi appeal kuise aro to the public again see Nnqf kan man du kuna itu court case kuri kuna it's a very long story ke back then 2015 ma shuru hola je account khan la itu bichi they took over aro to case to na jai se huli mo agite mention kore na uto order they stick kuri to in future educated man on court case bi kuruli na pare jau itu karne tahange support kore nisna tahange continue support kore na Nnqf kange itu case to bal ending to punchuli diwi guna public sub ke request kore je. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Boss. Boss. क्या बात है? Boss. जोरदार